afternoon. We're still in the month of March. It's 29th, a little after lunchtime. And I'm starting on a new project here. It's going to be kind of a quickie in a way. I've got part of it assembled so I can make this a relatively fast explanation. When this is done, believe it or not, it's going to be a device for holding ladies' earrings. I use a 1/2-inch chicken wire, or whatever you want to call it, metal cloth. Uses a screen, and then we have an 8-sided piece here. I'm going to take this off now so you can see what I'm doing. But I don't want to lose that tape, because that's my pattern for cutting the piece out. Sticky. Alright. So now we have this piece. We got, let's see, what do we got on this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. So that's what we have. Now, I got my trusty, you know, if you're a hobbyist, anybody out there, bungees are still the greatest thing. And this isn't glued together yet, so I'll show you how this bungee works. All it is a little piece of wood that's drilled. One end of the bungee cord's anchored through. The other end goes through another drilled hole that you can adjust the length. And then what you do, if I can get this to work now, is you get your item, depending on how many pieces it is, set it together, put on your bungee cord, start snudging it up, and then you can tension it and just lock it back a little bit. I don't know if I'm in the picture there, but anyways, and then there's a little shim. You just drive a shim in there, holds the whole kit and caboodle together, and then it allows you to tap it to get it lined up. So what we're going to end up doing, this is going to be cut out. There's a slot all the way around. When I get this prepped, all the glue joints are going to have to be glued up. Glue on the joints. This is going to have to be inserted before it's assembled, so it's going to be a nice tricky little job to get that done. So I got some sanding to do first, and I got some cutting to do. And I'm going to dispense with the agony part of this and check back with you later. Lloyd Dussault Sr. checking out. Well, Lloyd Dussault Sr., I'm back again. I fitted the screen. I had to run my groove a little bit deeper, but that wasn't a big problem. So I have it assembled. It has to be disassembled again and then glued back together and finishing touches on it, but it's pretty much a rough thing, and you can see how the bungee cord makes life a lot easier. You just pull the cord through, put a wedge in it so it don't slip, and you're got a nice tight fit. Well, I'll bring this up so you can kind of figure out how this goes. When you put earrings on here, you put it like this. So I have it set up and down, so when your earrings go in, they drop right to the center and hang in there. So this is the second one I've done. First one I did for a friend, and then her daughter thought, gee, that's cool, so she wanted one too, and that's what I'm making here. So I'm going to sign off again till I get this all disassembled, glued up, and put back together, and we'll show you the finished product. Lloyd Dussault Sr. signing off. Well, I'm back. Lloyd Dussault Sr. here. We have the earring rack glued up here with a little bit of weight on it, letting it set for a little bit longer. And just as an aside, I was messing around the other day, and I had made some little pieces like so. And I made a bunch of them. A little inlay in the center. And deciding what to do with them. Well, I used some of them to make some patterns, but I also got this idea of making some little cubes with them. And that's what I did. I made some cubes with them. And after making the cubes, I said, well, those are cute. They could sit on a table, on a shelf somewhere as a knick-knack. But maybe I could do something else. So I happened to be perusing YouTube. And they had a segment on all kinds of percussion instruments, new percussion instruments. And lo and behold, they had all kinds of little shaker devices. And there were a couple of cubes. So what I did with these is I put some BBs, and this one has BBs, and the other one has BBs and rice in it, which is a little slightly different sound. I don't know if we can pick up the difference or not, but anyways. So what I did is after they were all done, dried up, and varnished, bored a hole in them with a drill bit. And then I put the stuff inside, put the plugs in, glued them back in, and ready to shake. So, just as an aside. So they're not only decorative, they're also musically inclined, I suppose you could say. Lloyd Dussault Sr. checking out. Okay, Lloyd Dussault Sr. checking in again. Well, we're down to the nitty-gritty on the earring rack. That's what you want to call it. Been all sanded, glued together. Lo and behold, let's get a nice close look so you can see. There's a groove cut all the way around for the screen to fit in. If I was to mass produce these, I definitely would come up with a better way to cut the screen out. I'd make a pattern specific for the piece and make them all the same size. But it hasn't been finished yet. I'm going to put a little bit of a top coat on it. And when I get done, I'll go back and show off the finished product. Check it out. Now, Lloyd Dussault Sr. checking in. I finished with the earring rack. It was all sanded out, and then it was shellacked and sanded again and put a top coat of a clear gloss. And that's what it looks like. And let's see if I can get it so everybody can see what we got here. This will be hung this way, so when you hang your earrings on them, they'll all hang straight down. So it'd be simple to put anywhere on a wall or wherever you want to put it. And I believe the first one I made, the individual put a back on it, like a cloth or something, staple the background to it before they put it up. But anyways, it is what it is. So, case closed on this one. Lloyd Dussault Sr. checking out.